(2023) elections. IGP to meet Atiku, Tinubu, Obi, others over campaign violence. So time don't reach. The Inspector General of Police, IGP, Usman Alkali Baba, is set to meet with all registered political parties and their candidates over the spate of election-related violence in the country. Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, National Commissioner and Chairman of East Security Committee, Major General Modibo A. Alkali, retired, stated this in a statement released on Saturday. He said the meeting between the IGP and the political parties is to specifically reiterate the importance of peaceful campaigns ahead of the 2023 general elections. The INEC commissioner added that the police boss would also meet with the presidential candidates and inform them of the enforcement measures to be taken against election violence. Alkali said the meeting was part of resolutions taken at the emergency meeting of the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security held at the INEC headquarters in Abuja. He also disclosed that the ICCES meeting resolved that security agencies will upscale intelligence gathering, sharing, and utilization of the same to stem further sabotage. Alkali said other resolutions include the deployment of joint security and safety teams to all INEC assets and facilities nationwide. The statement reads, in addition to the measures already taken for the arrest and prosecution of offenders, the Inspector General of Police, as head of the lead agency in internal security, shall convene a meeting of all political parties, candidates, and other critical stakeholders to reiterate the imperative of peaceful campaign and to convey the enforcement measures to be taken against violators. Decisive lawful action shall be taken against purveyors of hate speech, incitement to violence, mobilization of thugs, and other violations, including the prompt arrest, investigation, and prosecution of offenders in line with the provisions of Sections 92 and 93 of the Electoral Act 2022. Those already arrested will face prosecution immediately. Wow. So the ICCES actually had a meeting at Abuja, again, to determine how they will stem the trend of election violence or campaign violence that has started in the country. It's no longer news that recently they went into all the presidential flag bearers of all the political parties were put together to sign a peace accord, right? And also to sign undertaking that they will be in control of all their supporters, and all the parties will make sure they maintain peaceful campaign all through the process and peaceful elections through the 2023 planned general election. Unfortunately, there have been spate of violence since then. And even in that meeting, some of the candidates did not come to sign. So now we saw how violence almost erupted in Kaduna, and we saw what happened between PDP and APC in Maiduguri in Borno State. We saw the burning down of INEC offices in Osun State and I think Ondo State also. And so things are beginning to happen, even after signing the so-called peace accord. And so these occurrences was what led to this meeting by Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, ICCS, held in INEC headquarters in Abuja. All right, and the outcome of that meeting were two things. One is that all security operatives will be deployed effectively immediately to all INEC offices in the Federation. This is to stop the arson conducted on INEC assets and properties across nations, because the one that happened in Ondo and Osun State, we saw that all the election materials were burnt, unclaimed voters' cards were also burnt, several things got damaged. And if that continues, it means that election will be sabotaged come 2023. So to stop the occurrence of such actions, now the outcome of the meeting, the first outcome is to deploy security operatives made up of the army, the police, the civil defense, and some other security agencies and stakeholders to all INEC offices to protect the assets and the properties that are made for election next year. And the second one here is that the IGP is now calling all political party leaders and the presidential candidates to something like a stakeholders meeting to discuss the ongoing violence that is taking place in campaign grounds and rallies. All right. And in that meeting, IGP intends to reiterate the need for peaceful rallies, peaceful campaigns, and peaceful election, and also to discuss with them some control measures that have to be put in place so that when such rallies or conventions or meetings are going on, there won't be violence. The things that they have to put in place to prevent violence, and also to let them know that any violator of these rules will be arrested and investigated and prosecuted immediately. That is what is going to happen. It is quite unfortunate that we cannot avoid election violence in Nigeria. And it's simply because we have the thuggery in politics has gained ground over the years and over the decades. The so-called party leaders and flag bearers cannot do without employing the services of political thugs, cannot do without the services of agbirus, cannot do without the services of unscrupulous elements to commit some things to help to make them have edge over other co-contestants. How long are we going to continue in that trend? Now, as if that is not enough, most governors are not allowing some political parties to come and have rallies and campaign in their states. And that was exactly what happened in Maiduguri, Borno State, because they came out to tell us that the state is an APC state and there's no PDP in that state. So when Atiku went there, they attacked them, and the records are there. Even when the police gave a counter report that is not all encompassing or that's not comprehensive enough. You understand? People that were there, eyewitnesses came out and also reiterated their own encounter, what they saw. So again, when Labour Party wanted to come and campaign in Lagos State government did not want them to come. It took the Labour Party to take Lagos State government to court before they secured injunction that allowed them to have their 2 million man march and rally in Lagos. How can we continue like that? When Labour Party wanted to go to Kaduna, the Kaduna State governor stopped them just for security reasons. What is security reason? Is Labour Party coming to kill anybody? Is Labour Party rally worse than the activities of bandits and terrorists in that state? Is Labour Party activities worse than what the happening before the governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai, when bandits are going to southern Kaduna to kill the Christians there every day? So what are we talking about? All right? Peter Obi went to, and the Labour Party, they went to Edo State about 2-3 days ago, and Edo State governor refused them using the Ogbe Stadium for their rally. They had to go and use Baptist Convention Ground at TV Road. So how can we continue like that? These are the things that instigate violence. These are the things that instigate violence. When the leaders of the states are not agreeing to allow their opposition parties to have their free and fair and secure and safe rally in their state, what will the followers do? So this meeting, this stakeholders meeting that Inspector General of Police is calling, it should also include the state governors, because state governors have a big role to play in making sure that this also happens, because they are the chief security officers of their states. So this is what IGP is trying to say or trying to do with all party leaders and their presidential flag bearers and stakeholders with respect to spate of violence, campaign violence, rally violence taking place across the nation, to make sure that it is stopped, actions are no more committed, and everything, INEC properties and assets put together for election are safe and secured. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as well for sharing.